to Remrov's World of Autism. I am Remrov and this is Echo. In this video I want to talk more about the TV show The Good Doctor. I have the feeling that a lot of thought has been put into this show and that the makers really know about autism. And they know that autism comes with challenges, but also that autistic people have excellence and talents and gifts. I think that Freddie Highmore is truly amazing, portraying an autistic character. When I'm watching it, I actually get quite emotional often because it's just so extremely recognizable and I just relate to a lot. So we're just gonna look at a scene.
The day that the copper pipes in the old building smelled like burnt food, my brother went to heaven in front of my eyes. I couldn't save them. It's sad.
So before Shaun started his speech, he was asked why, a lady asked him why he wanted to work at the hospital and why he wanted to be a doctor. And it took Shaun very long to answer. And you can see that the people in the room who knew he is autistic, they were all getting quite annoyed and irritated, and they clearly didn't believe in his abilities. And you just saw Shaun going through the archives in his mind and his memories, and he was just processing the question. And I totally relate to that. That is very recognizable. Many autistic people, they just need time, more time to process information, to process questions, and to put their answers into words. But when Shaun finally gave an answer, and when he did his speech, you could see that everybody in the room was very moved and touched. It was not just a standard speech like, oh, I'm a good doctor and I want to help people. No, it was a truly amazing speech, and it was actually worth the wait. It was worth the patience and the reasonable accommodations. So I hope people keep that in mind. Things can be difficult for us and things take us longer, but as a return you get a spectacular result.
Incision should take place 2 ribs down.
So again, like in the first scene, you could see that that it took Shaun again quite a long time to respond, but his response was excellent. He saved the boy's life by thinking out of the box. A lot of autistic people are out of the box thinkers. We use, for example, we use items for things they're not really meant for. When I'm working on projects like making something for Echo or when I'm fixing something in our apartment, I always think out of the box. When I enter a hardware store, I never ask for help to find an item that I need, because 9 out of 10 times they will say they don't have it, while I will be able to find an item that I can use for it, even though it's not really meant for it.
You're a nice kid, and you're obviously very smart, but you don't belong here. So as long as you're part of my team, this is all you're ever going to be doing. Suction.
I saw a lot of surgeons in medical school. You're much better than them. I have a lot to learn from you. You're very arrogant. Do you think that helps you be a good surgeon?
So I find this scene also very recognizable in a few different ways. Many autistic people, they are very straightforward and they're very honest, and they will say what they think. I used to do that a lot, but I've learned that it can also get you in very difficult situations, so I'm a bit careful with it. A lot of people, they just refuse to admit the truth even though they know it is the truth. In this scene you could clearly see that one surgeon, that he didn't want Shaun to do anything other than suction, although he's just capable of a lot more than just suction. And the surgeon just knows that. He might just be afraid that Shaun might be better than him or something like that. In another scene you also see him talking about Shaun to another doctor, and he says that Shaun has a serious deficit. I find this very recognizable as well. Years ago I did an internship in a hospital laboratory, and many people knew there that I was very good at especially very specific and detailed and precise tasks. With the practice material that they had around, I did all the tests flawless, but still I was not allowed to work with the real material and do the tests that everybody else did. Even though I noticed cancer cells in the biopsy of the stomach that nobody else noticed, I was still bullied every single day, and people told me I had a serious defect. And although I was the top graded student and the smartest student in school, I was fired at the hospital laboratory because I couldn't learn fast enough, according to the head of the laboratory. And things like this really makes me think. There are a lot of people who say that autistic people are sick and it's an illness and we need a cure. But when you really think about it, does Shaun really need a cure? I bet that the parents of that kid at the airport, of which he saved his life, I bet those parents don't think Shaun needs a cure. And do I need a cure? I mean, I'm not making other people miserable by bullying. And Shaun is, in that scene, is not the one being an arrogant. So are we really the ones who need a cure? And like, what about the people who say such things as you have a serious deficit to somebody else? Do we need a cure to be like them?
Hello.
Are you a lab guy or something?
I'm a surgeon.
That's insane.
May I have my batteries back? The ones you borrowed.
Go.
What's your name?
I'm Leah.
I'm Dr. Shaun Murphy. Nice to meet you.
So you can see in that scene that Shaun is really putting a lot of effort into talking to the girl, and he's trying to make contact by asking her name and introducing himself. And it's really good to keep in mind that socializing and communicating doesn't come natural to us. Although we can learn a lot, it doesn't really go automatically, and we really have to put a lot of effort into it. It's just it stays very difficult. That doesn't mean that we don't want contact though. Just keep that in mind, and don't be judgmental when we talk or socialize in a different way that you're used to. If you only knew how much effort we put into it to make contact and to socialize, just meet us halfway and put effort into knowing us and getting to know us without being prejudiced. So in general, when I've seen about 5 episodes now of The Good Doctor, and I just see in every scene that Shaun is putting a lot of effort into maintaining himself and to present himself. You can see his mind being extremely busy all the time. and he does his absolute best to express himself in an acceptable way. I think Freddie Highmore does a totally awesome job, an excellent job with portraying that. When I'm out in public, I also constantly have to work very hard to maintain myself and to present myself in a neurotypical accepted way. And this of course doesn't go automatically because I am not neurotypical. So like I said, I really love the show. I think it really shows autism in a very true way. The makers definitely realize that autism comes with challenges, but in return there are gifts and talents. But I actually prefer to see it the other way around, and I hope that someday other people can too. That autism has gifts and talents and excellence in certain very specific areas, and because of that something has to give. And often those are the things that neurotypical people are good at. We are often very good at the things that neurotypicals don't have the patience for, or which they find difficult. And this is actually a good thing. Because if we're all good at the same things, how are we ever going to make progress at things that nobody is good at? Autistic people can be a true asset for society, very positive asset. And autism only becomes an issue when people expect us to be neurotypical. I think that neurotypicals and autistic people can complete each other and make great teams, actually. I hope that a lot of people will watch the show, and besides being just entertained, I hope that you learn from it and learn about autistic people and autism, and not so that you can change us, but so that you can understand us and accept us. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me the thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated about my next videos. And you can also become my patron on Patreon to support me with this channel. Well, we wish you a great day, also from Echo a great day, and we hope to see you with our next videos again. Bye!